I only get them when I'm on the app.
Yeah, on the app. You used to say it like from the
pop
home
up.
screen
Yeah,
here.
yeah, same. I get it on the home screen from other creators, I think.
Oh boy. What the hell?
Come on, Twitch. Is that the next one Trump's going after? So I did see something like today. They had Kevin O'Leary, from Shark Tank.
He's the one wanting to.
He's putting a bid,
Yeah.
like $20 billion or something. I don't know what that's going to turn out to.
Did Twitch just go to shit?
And I read something that they think the reason that Zuckerberg is so involved with Trump now is that he's going to end up buying TikTok.
Really?
And he needs Trump's blessing, I guess.
Here we go. People are funneling in.
Let's go. Are we live?
We
Yes,
are
we are.
live.
I see it. There we
Thank
go.
God TikTok's back, baby.
A scary couple hours there, huh?
I don't want to upgrade. Oh no, what is this?
Later.
The TV all of a sudden wants to upgrade. Look at everything's just firing off now.
It's July 20th.
We
It's
are-
Inauguration Day. Everybody needs an upgrade.
July or January?
January. You know what? I just was looking at pictures of Brooklyn from July of 2020, his first year playing T-ball. So I had July on the brain.
Gotcha. All right, so we are starting a little early tonight. We wanted to showcase the 6 p.m. squad. If you're new and this is your first time hearing us or watching us, we live stream a two-man scramble league every Monday. And we use TrackMan. And we have 42 teams this season. We are completely sold out in all three facilities. We operate here in Brick, New Jersey. Other two facilities are located in Wall, New Jersey and Toms River, New Jersey. So we're all New Jersey based.
I would just say that I think we are the catalyst for the TGL League because we're doing this for a couple of years now.
Yes, I don't want to. I kind of want to say we started the live stream of watching simulation golf, but that's a huge claim.
People were definitely live streaming people playing sim golf. Nobody was live streaming competitive sim golf.
Yeah.
Right? Like people would go in and play themselves, play with their buddies, do a lesson.
Yep.
Nobody was doing a league. I can guarantee you that.
No, nobody was doing a league. We were also doing, before you got involved, we were doing just 2v2 matches. We were just live streaming.
Right.
We did a PGA Pro one night match, which was electric. It went down to the 18th hole. Vince Junko had to sink a chip birdie to win the hole and force playoff.
Extra holes?
Yep. And he sunk it.
Wow.
It was, oh my gosh, the video is amazing. It's on our YouTube
And we have
channel.
something like that coming up in March, don't we?
Yes, so
in the works.
It's in the works. We got all the PGAs, the high end PGAs of New Jersey, the PGA professionals of New Jersey, potentially getting together for a 4-man team tournament. 10 teams here in the Brick. It'll be 40 players. It's going to be a daytime thing, so
One day only.
one day only, and stroke tournament. I believe it's better ball, so everyone plays and the best score of
Best
the whole.
score of the group.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how 4 professionals will play together.
Well, we got to look at that last week on Tuesday, and 4 professionals, or at least 3 of them, absolutely stunk.
Terrible.
And
Absolutely
one of them
awful.
goes by the name El Tigre. What did you take away from that? Calibration was
it
off?
was-
You think they need to calibrate the machine?
Something was definitely off, and I'll tell you what, Full Swing did not do themselves any favors by putting on that friggin' garbage. One, we're all TrackMan here, but that's I'm pro TrackMan. I'm very biased with TrackMan, but I have
pro
to give,
sim in general.
yes, but I have to give TrackMan a lot of credit. The graphics are so much better than
yeah.
Full Swing.
And do you know that watching as much TrackMan as we watch, the angle on that ball follow always ends up further than I expect it to. Because I'm so used, I guess just because I'm so used to TrackMan, like the way it comes down. But when I watch that Full Swing, I'm like, oh my God, he's 20 yards short. And then it'll land 20 yards further ahead than I expected it to.
And then it's
like
got
a
the
shallower
announcers.
camera.
The announcers are tricked on it too. They can't figure out the ball.
You know why?
Trajectory.
Because they all play on TrackMan. But yeah, it's a different camera angle. That's all it is. Like I think our ball gets right on top of it, so you see it come down. Where theirs is like a little lower, so it actually lands over. Whatever. But I always expect it to be shorter than it is on that. But on the contrary, I mean Tiger hitting a 50-yard chip shot 30 yards over.
Yeah, that was a 100-yard shot, and he went over into the water.
Right. So he was,
And he looked at it, and he was like, "Whoa!" He got that look like that was nowhere.
and
near
somebody
accurate.
else did as well. It wasn't even just him. I mean, it wasn't like an isolated incident. Maybe he was just jacked up or gassed and crushed it.
Yeah.
Something else was up there because somebody else did it. But I saw a little commentary the next day about that. Same thing you're saying. Full swing. Something was wrong with the sim. There's no way a sim is off.
Yeah.
There's no way a pro is off by 40 yards.
There's no way.
No way he's off by 40 yards unless you skull it.
Yeah,
But he didn't.
which happened that night.
100% happened. And that was in real life. That wasn't simmed.
No.
But we talked about this in the beginning, and I don't know how much the person who was making this comment was familiar with the technology they have there. Like we know, there's 18
Sims
sim
recording you, and
radars out there.
Yeah.
So could 18, like, if one machine says that 100-yard shot went 140, and the other 17 say it went 100, you think they'd take the 100. So did all 18 read that as going 140 yards?
I would have to understand.
Or are they
what goes
just
into it.
there in case one goes out?
I would think if they were to do it correctly, you would have 18 Sims recording the same shot. Whatever is getting data feeds into an overall algorithm and should average out all of those numbers and then produce a shot.
But it's striking me as they have 18 there, and if one doesn't read, they go to 2. And if 2 doesn't read, they go to 3, and so on and so forth. But once they get a reading, they take it.
yeah, I'm reading it as if you have 18 going,
They should talk to each
if
other.
2 or 3 do not fail, then you're getting data from the other 15. And then it's all going into one system and then pumping it out.
100% the way I would think it should be.
Should be, but
But judging by
Could
that
be.
shot leads me to believe that it just
one went bad and all right, well, red, well, we don't need to go to the next one. So,
I don't know.
Could be.
I'm curious about that because that was very surprising. Like you said, it wasn't like he just went over.
And you could see they're not going to dog the system, right? Because they're trying to get this
of
off the
course
ground. They're
not.
all probably on the end of getting money out of this someday.
Sure, it's Tiger's. It's Tiger's radar.
Yeah.
So,
But even he was like, "Whoa,
like you said,
you can't be off that much."
we've seen every single pro hit it 10 yards past the pin. If the pin's at the back, maybe they'll go over into the rough. He went over the green, over the rough, and into the water.
And to grandmother's house we go.
And to grandma's house we go.
Yeah.
So,
Even Charlie was like laughing it off. Like, there's no way that just happened. Like, Tiger, there's no way you just gained 20 yards
And it-
because you crushed it perfectly.
yeah, sure. Like I was juiced up. You weren't that juiced up.
Like
Yeah.
this shot. That's what Tiger did, except his went in the water.
Even further. But you expect that from. Is that another Corber?
Yeah, I think it's his cousin. I don't know if it's brother, maybe brother.
All right. Double chords.
There we go, throttled again.
That wasn't his partner last time, right?
No, yeah, this was the team from
This is the winning team.
a year ago. Yep.
Okay. I didn't recognize the name. I know they were Kenny Pickett rules.
This is your player, though, right here.
Look,
He knows how to play the system, man.
played perfectly.
He gets it.
Beautiful. That's a par, though, I think, right? Because that was their second shot. I mean, that was their third shot.
Gimme. Take the 7.9. No brainer.
You sure? You don't want to chip that?
I think it's a birdie.
It is a birdie.
One putt birdie. So
Oh,
they're two
okay.
under.
His was. I saw the 2 drives because the first drive was right of the fairway. That was the second drive. Gotcha. Narrow fairways, huh?
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit harder than what we played last week. Everybody crushed the course last week.
Do we? We don't know elevation here, but it just looking at it, it seems like those are tiny fairways.
Yeah.
Narrow fairways. Not a lot of trees.
You got room to miss way right for the
Slicer.
yeah,
Yeah.
the carnage guys. As we
It looks
call
like
them.
you're going to be playing a lot out of the rough. You'll still have looks, not a lot of trees, but we'll be playing out of the rough a lot. I mean, I would be with those narrow ass greens. So you had to work today on MLK Day, huh?
Oh yeah,
Unbelievable. What the hell?
hey man, it's part of capitalism.
Well,
Get used to it.
I'm going to get a heavy dose of capitalism for the next 4 years. That's for sure.
Not enough.
All right, we're not going to get political.
No,
it's a very
no.
political day. I got
It is a
politics
political
on the
day.
brain.
MLK Day, Inauguration Day.
You know what? I'll be positive. It was nice to see all the former presidents out there supporting. It went off without a hitch. There was no,
I didn't watch any of it because I was
it was clean.
say,
There was
but-
no
bullshit.
disturbances, no
riots?
riots, no nothing. Well, it was indoors first of all, so that
first time ever for that, right?
I believe so. Unless there might have been one for weather, but this was for strictly cold because there wasn't weather.
Yeah.
It was just cold, but it's been colder. I know that for sure. But and it might have been a safety concern. You'll never know about that. If they got a credible threat of something happening,
Got to make moves.
just err on the side of caution, bring it inside, and yeah, everything went off without a hitch. Everybody was there. Everybody said the right things. It was what it was supposed to be. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing. America. All right, Corbs.
So these guys ended up winning the league a year ago. They were used to be Kenny Pickett rules when Kenny Pickett was a Steeler. Zach is a huge Steelers fan. I'm not quite sure if he's still
Kenny Pickett
Kenny
fan.
Pickett fan, but he almost saw some action, right? In the where does he play for? The Eagles.
Yes.
Yeah. So when Hurts went down, they thought he was going to look at this, another dart.
Little baby draw.
Oh, he spun it out. Oh,
no.
he did it. Look at him. Oh.
I'll tell you what, Corb's got the hat game too, because I remember when he won, he had the old school like stovetop
Yes.
Pirates hat.
Yes.
With
and
the
it was
rings.
Bumblebee. hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big Pittsburgh guy. But they sat out last season. So we got some new champs in the fall league. But these guys, I guess, would be the defending winter league champions then, right?
Yes, of this league. They'd be the defending champs of this.
The winter league, right?
League, yeah.
Right. We got Full Fridge as the winners of the fall league that just wrapped up a couple weeks ago.
Let's see anybody else playing. So we got the league leaders is Acropolis, and I believe he is in.
And it's a tough.
bay.
I was looking at that thing going, yeah, well, they had one good week and one bad week, and you dropped the bad week. So, we had two league leaders. I know it's Acropolis and somebody
Yes,
else.
yeah,
Because
so-
you're dropping, the two winners
two
from
winners
the first
from
2 weeks.
weeks are the leaders.
Let's see what we got.
This wasn't a good shot in the bunker.
All right. From the commish. And Corbs. Corbs the other leader because they won last week.
Oh, so we got the top two teams up.
Acropolis won the first week, and Corbs won the second week. The Joey G and Sal are up there. Timmy and Tony are up there. Joe Martinez, who I think you have on the list as somebody to jump to today, is up there. Still early in the season. Not going to jump to any conclusions, but you start to separate the cream of the crop here pretty early on.
Yeah.
How you feeling about tonight? What about this natty going on?
Notre Dame.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Is that your pick or is that your hope? I guess.
No,
is the
I have
question.
I have no dog in this race. I
Yeah.
don't have any desire to watch it. College football and me don't mix.
Okay.
Too many teams, too many players to keep up with, and
It's tough to
every 4 years you got,
and it's less than that because they're leaving after 2. The better
Yeah.
players are leaving after 2 or 3.
and I just can't keep up with it. And
Turnovers
half of them-
quick.
Yeah, the turnovers quick. There's not much room in the NFL for these guys, and most of them end up making it, and the ones that do still aren't good enough. So it's very hard to keep up with a lot of all the players in different colleges around the
Oh, I
nation.
totally agree. And with the NIL now, it's a year and gone in a lot of places. You saw this kid from Georgia followed his girlfriend over to Miami.
What's with the portal? Can you explain the portal to me?
So I mean, it's a fancy word for free agency.
Okay.
I can't say free agency, but if you were at Rutgers and you're a sophomore going into your junior year, you can enter the transfer portal, and all that means is you can switch to another team without losing any time. Before the transfer portal, if you transferred schools, you had to sit out. So you didn't lose a year of eligibility, but you didn't play for, I don't even know if I think it might have been a full season. I'm not 100% sure on that. Or it was some group of games, 6 games, but I think it was almost a full season. So they eliminated that. So it's just a fancy word for I'm leaving and going to another school.
Gotcha.
There's no waivers. You get cut, so then it goes to the Cubs got to look at you, and then it goes to the Cardinals, and
The
it's
waiver wire.
You are fully open, and now with the NIL money, if you're transferring, you probably already have something lined up.
Okay.
I don't think that's something that happens.
Yeah, it's not like you're sitting there.
Arbitrarily.
Yeah, usually when you go in there, you're
Now-
going right to another team.
For sure, there are guys that say they're going to go into the transfer portal, and then just shop schools. But if you know somebody's going to grab you, I am entering the portal. Everybody come with your best offer. But I think in a lot of these, like the dude from Carson Beck, that was done and dusted. He said he was going into the transfer portal, and the next morning he announced that he was going to Miami. And I think I read that he got $4 million to go to Miami in NIL money. And that is more than like 6 starting professional quarterbacks make combined, because you got a lot of rookie minimums and people still playing on rookie contracts. Carson Beck's making more than a whole bunch of them already.
Really?
Yeah. $4 million. I mean, $4 million for one season. You know what I mean? The rookie minimum is like, I think either $1 million or just under.
Wow.
You know, the veteran minimum might be $1 million. The guy's making $4 million. Hasn't stepped on an NFL field yet.
That's crazy. I don't know if it's probably a good thing, right? I guess.
And he's not the best quarterback in college football.
Yeah, but where would that money go? I guess would be the debate, right?
It would go to the school. Yeah.
Well,
it would go to Boosters Club, or I mean, whoever's. Every college is different. You could follow the money. They said was it Michigan just grabbed the number one high school recruit, 5-star, blue chip high school recruit, and the money came from famous alum. They all give up $1 million and throw it into this kitty, and then they go and spend it on who they want to spend it on. You don't think Portnoy's throwing some money in the Michigan NIL fund?
No, definitely.
So
they just got their guy. Like, who were they trying to recruit forever? Was it a coach? No.
Michigan?
They were pulling money together to try to get somebody, right?
Yeah, this was this blue chip quarterback.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So he was doing it with some other lady who's been a billionaire fan of the team.
That's what it is. It's just who graduated from here, who can we go beg?
Shopping contest.
That's it, man. And it's it's like any other, if anybody's involved in youth sports, all you're doing ever is fundraising.
Yeah.
So, you're selling chocolate bars and cakes and pies and whatever the hell you can, we're selling Super Bowl boxes now. So that's all they're doing. They're just doing what millions, and I'm begging for $5 boxes. Which I ended up just buying myself. So we didn't really raise.
Are you selling boxes?
I have a couple. I bought 10. We had to buy 10 each. So I bought 10, and I figured if I flip a couple of them to friends. So yeah, I mean they're doing it's $30 a box. It's really $10 a box because they're doing AFC, NFC championship games and the Super Bowl.
So you get 3 chances.
You get the same box in the three pools, but you get different numbers. We pull for all 3. So if you want, I'll show you waiting for the numbers to come out.
Always support the cause.
Yeah, because
what is going on here? Are we gonna hit the shot, or what are we doing here?
We got no camera there.
It would appear that way.
That's here, right? So we can. Who's out there? I didn't recognize that guy, but he knew me.
That's Austin. Yeah, he watches.
He watches,
yeah, he's usually in Tom's River tonight. He's probably covering over here.
Gotcha. Yeah, he said, "What's up, Danny?" I'm like, "Hi."
Yeah. Well, we're famous now, man. We got 3 viewers on.
We're insta famous.
Yeah.
And back to 2. Came and he left. Oh, it's early yet. I don't know if a lot of people are in the doom scroll, and we're directly competing with the national championship and the inauguration.
Yeah.
So
we're at a severe disadvantage because of all the great things.
But you know what? We did this to get some of these 6 o'clock teams some airtime.
Yep.
Because they deserve it. It seems like we got some horses coming out of this 6 o'clock slot. So
yeah, -4 through 10 right now. On to 11 is a pretty mean start here.
The real test will be, can these guys stay up late enough for the playoffs when they have to come in here at 8 o'clock?
Yeah, that is true. Playoffs is where it's at, man. The 2-2 matchup.
See that commercial? There was a commercial during the NFL playoff games where they got what was the Colts guy? Playoffs.
Oh, the coach?
Yeah.
I don't remember
his name. You know who he is, though, right? You know his face. But they got him doing a commercial, and it was like him doing a press conference. Yeah.
Such a good commercial.
I love when they
playoffs. You kidding me?
Yeah. Playoffs? That's great. All right. Anybody want to come join us tonight? Do I got to share this? I don't even know what to do.
I just threw it up on Facebook and Snapchat, so we'll see.
All right, I don't even
Getting
know.
no love, man. I don't know what to do. I kind of want to just go live from my phone and see what happens.
Do it. You can, right?
The
Or no,
problem
this
is I
is
lose-
logged in.
Yeah, I lose all of this feed though. We can't. There's no way to get.
Then they're just looking at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. Man, I mean, I'm gonna stand firm on TikTok Studio. That's where we had the most success.
Yeah, that's what I want to. I want to try going to that.
And we give up the YouTube on that.
Yeah. The other thing I thought we could do was to get a third monitor. Because I can't go to live to two separate streaming lives, because then I can only source the cameras to one of them. You know what I mean?
You can only source it to the studio
Or to
or
this
YouTube.
this platform.
Right.
Maybe we just do TikTok next week. Who gives a shit about the YouTube? I mean, the YouTube is where we ultimately want to be. But
So
the eyes are here.
when we did the challenges, we TikToked and then clipped and sent it to YouTube. Right.
Correct.
We were never live on YouTube,
Yeah.
and that was when we had the most traction.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I just don't know. Because
Well, look, we'll go live next week for just TikTok. See what happens.
Because we basically used this format, right? We had the bay screen. Well, we only had two, right? It was 2 box. We had the camera, the tripod cam, and then the feed.
Yep.
That was it. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. So next week might be a struggle for me. I just got an invitation to a Christmas party.
A Christmas party.
Yeah, my boss never took us out for Christmas.
Oh,
So he's doing it next week. It starts at 3:30. We're doing an escape room,
that's cool.
and then he's taking us to dinner.
I didn't think
assume.
those things were still around.
I didn't think so either. But he called me up and asked me about it, and I'm like, "All right, like, what the hell, you know?" Actually, so I think I've talked about it on here before. One of the podcasts I listen to that I think is climbing the charts is one of the tops in the country right now, called Are You Garbage? And they ask like funny kind of questions to judge on if you're,
Garbage or
garbage or not. And the question, and then eventually they got to the point where they were sourcing questions from people, like fans would comment,
Yeah.
and it was, "Are you garbage if, am I garbage if?" And the one, am I garbage because I've taken a girl on a date to the same escape room 12 different times. So like different girls.
Oh, it's really
Different girls.
So he knows
Oh,
all
he looks
this.
like a genius. He walks in and he like solves it in 30 seconds, and they're like very impressed by it.
It's
You know,
not
he-
for your first time.
He went once or twice by himself, figured it all out, and now that's like his go-to date. I guess he's on an app or whatever. So it's like, "Hey, you want to do an escape room?" And you're like, "Oh, that sounds like so much fun." And he goes in there and just wrecks it.
So I've been there once, but I feel like that's all you need to go. That's why I'm shocked. Like these
Right.
places are still around.
It's a one and done thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just, unless you keep changing the rooms.
Which then, how much does that cost? Right? Yeah. Yeah, they were
funny.
they were all the rage for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And I haven't really heard much. I was surprised, but when he said it, I'm like, "Oh, you know what? I'll do it. Who cares?" I like those apps where you gotta, find the password and find the puzzle and solve the thing.
So it was like escape rooms had their run, hatchet throwing had their run.
Yep.
There was a smash room.
The
that
Smash Room. I was gonna say, yep, Smash Rooms.
had their run.
Rage Rooms, I think
Rage
they were
rooms.
called,
Yep.
right?
You go in there and just break shit.
Barstool had one set. They might still have one set up, like next to, they have the room where they watch the games,
Yeah.
like on the recliners. I think there's a Rage Room right next door for when like people get burnt on bad beats.
Like the punter running out of the end zone for the Chiefs.
So I was surprised by that. And I heard a lot of uproar about that, but I had that at 8.5.
A lot of
so
people
it
had
didn't
9.5.
matter. So the spread must have changed late, or I got it after it changed, because it seemed like a lot of people had it at 9.5.
Yeah.
And then at 11 went down to 9, right? So they were covering and then they weren't.
Yeah.
But I had it at 8.5, so it didn't matter. So
Just like, oh, you have it locked. They block the punt, then they go 3 and out, and then you're
Just take
expecting
the
a
knee,
punt
or punt
take
it.
the knee, or take. You're not going to take the turnover on downs there, so you might as well punt it.
Punt it.
Another guy runs out of the end zone just to kick
You're
it off
up by
anyway.
11.
Just to punt anyway.
Right.
They give the ball back anyway.
right. You're up by 11. Somebody had money on it. I
There's,
guarantee.
there's just no. You have to punt it anyway if you go out of the end zone. Like if you're
They're getting the ball in about the same yardage.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're worried about a blocked punt. You know, like if you're going to punt and they block it and recover it or score off of it, and then, you know, like, but come on.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, what, you burned like 7 seconds off the clock, so
You played high school football?
no.
No, you didn't. Okay, so we had a like give up a safety worked into our practice. It was definitely a thing, but it was like if you're punting and the ball goes over the punter's head, kick it out of the back of the end zone to keep them from scoring a touchdown. That was the doomsday scenario.
Yeah.
It was never a purposeful run out of the end zone. It was, I'm the punter, the punt, you know, the snap goes way over my head. If I try to pick it up and kick it, who knows what happens? They pick it up and run it back or whatever. So just boot it out of the back of the end zone. You know, don't even pick it up. Just shove it out.
Yeah, just kick it out.
Take the 2, but don't give up the 7. But it was never a planned run out of the back of the end zone.
No.
Like, we didn't have that play in there. Never.
The only play that makes me think of is when the Jets did it. He just tossed it, right? He turned it like in the 2000. Was it Vinny Testaverde who did it? Or no, it was the guy before Testaverde. He just took the ball and launched it into the stands against the Dolphins one game.
I don't recall.
You don't
but
remember this?
Yeah. I remember Orlovsky running out of the back of the end zone, and he always gets shit for that. You know, Dan Orlovsky's on ESPN now. Wanted to, you know, commentate. Not even a commentator. I don't think he commentates. He does like the talk shows. He was quarterback for, I want to say, the Colts, and they were on like their own 3, and he takes the snap, and it was a bootleg. He was rolling out, and he just got too deep into the end zone, didn't even realize it, and literally, like, as he's looking downfield and rolling out, steps on the back line for a safety as he's like throwing the ball, and they just never let him live it down. Rightfully so.
Yeah. There was a play in the 90s where the Jets just heaved the ball at the end zone.
I believe it. It's a very Jets thing to do. I mean, Jets Dolphins just brings immediately to mind the fake spike.
The was it Bill Parcells coaching then? It might have been a Parcells like thing.
Yeah, I know.
The fake spike. Yep.
The fake spike was a big deal. It was the first time you saw that happen. Dan Marino.
So where are these guys at? Uh-oh, that's trouble.
Are they on 13 already?
Yeah, they're cruising.
6:49.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's good. We can catch the game tonight.
For real.
I'm down to keep it a short night since we're not getting fucking love right now.
No love.
No love.
What do we got to do, man?
Still rocking the gym strong.
Yeah?
Yep.
It's not an every day. You got some off days worked into that?
Yep. So I was away Thursday and Friday. I went Saturday and Sunday, and then I'm going back tomorrow. So trying to do 3 days a week. Feeling great, by the way.
So the
good.
DOMs have worn off. Are you still getting a little soreness?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of squats on Saturday and Sunday, and I don't feel it today.
Yeah. It's going to get shorter and shorter, right? It's gonna,
They felt like Jello yesterday, but
Right.
they're not sore anymore. So
right. Yeah, no, that's going to happen. That's good. You get over that hump. That's that. What do they call it? Like January 14th is like Quitter's Day for everybody that does the.
Did you give up the first of the year?
Yeah, because you're getting sore. You know, shit's getting real. Are you really going to get up and go do it?
Yep.
And that's when people quit. But once you get over that hump, I think you've got like an 80% success rate because you got past the hard part. It's like quitting cigarettes. You know what I mean? You get past that first week or two.
The 3 days, right?
You're in the clear. You know, so.
You
good for you,
smoker?
man.
Were you back in the day? Or no?
I am.
Still
I am.
are?
Yeah,
Or
I
dabble?
Yeah.
Can't tell that you smoke.
That's
Be
good
honest
to know.
with
Yeah, the Zins are helping.
Okay.
That's for sure. And Brooklyn being older. Yeah, I mean, it was like a not super aware when he was younger, and now it's like if he sees me, he's like, why? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you. So like,
That's true.
It's like you kind of get held to be honest about it. So like what for? What good does it? What purpose does it serve?
Yeah.
Except when you're like 6 shots deep. Good putt, great speed.
A little too far left.
Sharing a putter, I love it.
Yeah. That was a good tempo there. Let's see how Corbs. He's gonna go half. I go a little bit more. Go one more tap. Oh man, unless he's gonna putt it harder. I don't know. I don't agree with this read. I would go a little bit like a click left. He didn't change it to putter.
Change it to putter. Come on,
Rook.
Corbs, rookie move. See what
Rook.
happens when you take a season off?
He felt like he hit that one good too.
All right, do it again. No big deal.
Come on, buddy. I don't know. You got to put it through that break though.
He hit it. Who's telling Corbs? Who's
Oh.
telling Corbs?
Wow.
Look at these boys, and he's got and
Good for him.
cousin Corbs has got the Forrest Gumps on. I think. Remember those?
The Nikes
The Nikes with the curled up toe.
and the spikes on the bottom, right?
Yeah, they were like ridges,
Yeah.
zigzag.
Well, the hole out there. They're minus 6 through 13. They are cruising.
Them.
Cruising. Let's go. Nice little par 3 here. 176. What are you hitting here? 7 iron?
No, 176. I'll probably hit a 6.
6 iron?
Yeah. Again, I don't know. There's some stuff going on with my swing lately. I really got to put some time in and
Dial it back.
dial in my distances because I've been overhitting everything lately, which I'm not complaining about. I'm hitting the ball well, but
Stopped in here yesterday at 5:30. I woke up from like a 2-hour nap. It was feeling really good. Game was just about ending.
First game.
The first game,
Yeah.
yeah. And came here and played Cabot Links. Is
Okay.
it Cabot?
I don't know.
How you say it? The CABO.
Cabot.
Cabot.
Cabot,
Oh, okay.
yep.
I said Cabot.
No, very American.
Cabot Links.
Yep.
With +3 for 18. Felt really good playing from 6,500 yards.
Was that the cliffs?
No, the Links.
The links course.
Yep.
Okay, I played the cliffs and it was tough.
I want to do Cliffs next. I hit the ball extremely well. I felt really good. Just want to keep going.
So two quick side notes. And it's good that Lindsay's listening. Maybe she can chime in on this. First of all, Brian and I are going to get together and try to put together a little trip. I think we're going to not do the Grayson one. I think we're going to try for Sawgrass.
Okay.
A little cheaper, and also a course that is on a bucket list.
Yeah.
Like the Grayson thing would have been fun for doing it, but that course isn't exactly on my list of places to go.
It's a good chip. Saves par here.
Well done.
When?
That we're going to all figure out. So it's funny. Oddly enough, we'll probably end up coming in here and hitting some balls and talking about it.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know. Maybe you could join us, or I'll fill you in. But
Yeah. If it's a fall thing, I'm definitely in.
I think we're looking to do 2 this year.
Okay.
A nowish, February, Marchish.
Yeah. I got a lot of things going on. February, you got Super Bowl. Then
Yep.
we're hosting that huge party.
Yep.
And then I'm redoing my kitchen right after
Okay.
that. So then February, March is like the worst 2 months for me.
All good. And then other one is, and I'm just throwing this out there. I'll probably know more by tomorrow, but I may need a new member guest partner for this year.
Oh, wow.
So
Who do you usually play with?
a good friend of mine from work played with me for the last three. Yeah, I didn't play the first year, so 3 member guests together, and he's thinking about sitting this one out this year.
Wow.
So
I'd be honored if you're thinking about asking me.
I guess I didn't say it, but yes, I'm saying if I talked to him on Friday, he said that I said, listen, take the weekend,
Yeah.
no pressure.
I want to play a lot of golf, like outdoor golf this year. And
Yeah.
I want to be smart about my PTO days and try to put it all together. So,
So it's usually pretty good in that you normally only have to take a Friday off.
yeah. Okay. I just, man, the last one we played together, we were crushing it, right?
Yes.
It was the 9, 9, and 9.
Yes.
And then it was like 4:30, and it was like, holy shit, where'd the day go?
Right.
I gotta get out of here.
So
And then I was afraid we were going to go to a playoff, and I wouldn't have been there.
Right.
I mean, we lost by 1, but
Right.
I would have felt bad if we had tied.
So
I
yeah,
had to
this
leave.
is one that's a little bit more of like clear the schedule,
Yep.
don't make plans. You're getting there at 8:00 in the
Yeah,
morning.
because they probably do a nice dinner and everything
You
afterwards.
leave, yeah, and you don't want to miss that stuff. Like the first year I did it kind of willy nilly, and didn't know the whole thing. So I was like, I can still do other stuff, and I had other plans. And one day I played and had to leave, and I missed like 42-ounce tomahawks.
Yeah.
they spoil us. It's a great time.
You're paying for it too.
and you're paying for it
Get
for
that
sure.
bill in the mail. I did one member guest. I did a member guest last year at my club, and I was like, oh, never asked how much it was, And then I got the bill, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it does cost stuff to
Yes.
play in tournaments at your club.
Yes. It's not, but booze is all included.
Yeah, you have to pay for
It's
nothing.
3 days of booze and food, and you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner on most of those days. And I think the format we did last year was like Thursday night, we did 9. And then Friday you do 27.
Yep. Yeah, it's a marathon.
And
Or, I mean, it's a marathon. It's a lot of golf.
We changed it because it used to be Thursday 18, Friday 18, and then Saturday 9 or something like that. And we decided that it was too easy. Like, we want that 27 whole day in there because people start to crack. So
Yeah.
you get people that come out to an early lead, and then by that second and third round on Friday, you start to see, and then people show up on Saturday morning broken. Especially the drinkers.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what the format's going to be, but typically you don't have to take off Thursday because Thursday starts, like, you might want to take a half a day on Thursday.
Yep.
Get to the course by like 3-4 o'clock, and then
Perfect.
we usually have something like that.
Yep.
And then, but Saturday is you're getting there like 7 o'clock in the morning, breakfast, play, lunch on the course, play, and then big dinner. And then they have the chipping contest, the putting contest, the long drive contest, vendors galore, which is cool.
Yeah.
You'll have a cigar guy and the booze, a
Yeah.
tequila guy. Last year we got Grayson stuff.
That's
I'm sorry,
cool.
2 years ago we got Grayson stuff. Last year we all got leather. You got to pick something from a leather catalog. So I got like a shoe bag. Got my Merce.
Yeah. That's where you got that from?
Yeah. Some people got duffel bags and luggage and stuff like
That's
that.
cool.
So it's always a cool little gift. But it's a great time. So
Yeah.
I will let you know. And like I said, I should know by today, maybe even tonight or tomorrow.
Sweet.
But that's a good time. And
When is that usually? 'Cause
No
they're
pressure.
They're later in the year or no?
early
Yeah.
June, we usually do.
Okay.
We try to go a little earlier because a lot of people do it like mid June or late June, and a lot of our guys play in other people's member guests. So we try to not play. We try to not have it
Compete
when
with-
other places are having theirs.
Smart.
So that this way people can play in other ones.
Yep.
So I'll let you know once we figure that all out. But it's a good time, and I mean we won our group last year, so no pressure. And so the only progression from here is to win the whole thing.
Gotcha. Only up.
Only up. But
All right.
it's
No
fun.
pressure.
It's a fun format. You play your own ball the whole way through. Take the best score of the two. Handicap the whole way.
Nice. Get out of there.
Nice.
shot. Thank you for joining Green Swing Golf and
Yeah,
liking
welcome
live.
aboard. Why
Glad
didn't I
to-
see a like?
Well,
Oh, there it is
YouTube-
down at the bottom.
The YouTube
Green
number
Swing.
just shot up.
We never saw E Squared again, huh? It was cool having him in here.
He had reached out and he's like, I could need your help with something. I said, What do you need? And then he never responded. So
Guess he figured it out.
yeah. He was doing some cool stuff. Doing lessons in his bays. He was actually had it all like different screens. He had the numbers up, the video up,
Yes.
and then a video of the
Yes.
swing, the
So
player.
I was going to ask you about that because I've seen that now on TrackMan,
Yeah, you could do additional screens.
like an iPad or another
iPad
monitor.
or another wireless monitor.
Yep.
The issue is with us is we don't have it because everything's hardwired.
Right,
So
okay.
if you're operating a TrackMan on Wi-Fi, you can do that.
Gotcha.
So but we're always wired into the TrackMan to the computer and then internet to the computer. If you're operating all of Wi-Fi, it's easier to pull that stuff off because then you can connect any wireless.
but then you're
display.
at the mercy of Wi-Fi.
You're at the mercy of Wi-Fi, and
Yep.
I don't.
Yep.
If you can wire in, I'd rather wire in.
I agree 100%.
So
All right.
yeah, these guys are -6 through 15 and just chugging along,
That's not going to get there.
chugging along.
See, like on full swing, that would have landed on the green. Like my eye would have said that's going to be in the bunker, and then it just lands on the green.
Yeah, the depth perception is so different from full swing
Yeah.
to TrackMan.
Yeah.
But man, they got to start making these matches competitive. They're
That's,
losing. They're losing the grab early. You got to get it early.
So who do we got this week? Let's take a
It's
little
the New York team, which I couldn't
Gotcha.
tell you who's on that team.
boat raced. That was the one Matt Fitzpatrick, Ricky Fowler, and whoever else.
They played the first week.
They played the first week. They lost to the Bay.
I thought New York's playing this week.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
Wait,
There's only 6 teams. They're going to be playing repetitively.
okay, so you got Matt Fitzpatrick, and they ran over. Or no, the Bay team.
They ran over them.
Yeah.
So it looks like you've got, and this week they've got a sub.
6 teams, though. Wouldn't you see the last 2 teams that we haven't seen yet?
I'm guessing, again, by
Schedule issues, maybe?
scheduling of who's playing in what tournaments. Because the team that hasn't played is Rory, and he's in Dubai this week.
Okay.
Right? He just played in Dubai, in the Dubai Classic.
Oh, okay. So the American Express was on, and then the Dubai Classic was on.
Dubai is a DP, as a European.
Yes, and I saw John Rahm was playing. He bombed the cut too. He didn't make the
Yes.
cut.
Terrell Hatton won.
So
A live guy won.
those guys are allowed to play. Is that not a
European-
PGA tournament or
DP World is allowing. No, it's not. It's DP.
Oh.
It's the European
okay?
PGA, but it's not part of PGA.
Gotcha.
They are allowing live players to play in it.
Gotcha.
So you saw Rahm, you saw Terrell Hatton, you saw a couple of those guys out there. And Rory played it because I think he's won it 3 or 4 times. Rory will play like 4 or 5 DP World events throughout the season, usually the big purse ones. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the Saudi Arabian one is a pretty large purse.
That money is okay there.
Same money.
Yeah, I know.
Same money.
I'm just trying to figure out where to draw the line.
No. It's same money.
With blood money.
100% same money. But I mean, Rory's won the European version of the FedEx like 5 times, only playing like 4 events there a year.
That's
because he
crazy.
usually wins them.
That's
Like he'll play the Scottish Open.
because the fields aren't probably
It's the
massive.
European.
Yeah,
You know, if those guys were good enough, they'd be playing on the PGA.
gotcha.
So Rory's there. I'm guessing that's why Boston's not playing, and that's the team that hasn't played yet. That'll be the
That'll be
6th
Rory's
team,
team.
and they're playing 2 weeks in a row.
Okay.
So by next week, everyone will have played
So who was New York playing?
Justin Thomas's team, Atlanta.
We haven't seen them yet.
We have not seen them yet.
Okay. I'll tell you what, if this is another blowout, I think I'm done watching it. I still watched the whole thing last week, even though it was over.
Of course, because Tiger was playing.
But like,
You're not going to watch it when it's second-rate guys.
I want to see bloodbath. Like, I want to see like real shit talking.
Competition,
I
yeah.
want to see competition. I want to see money on the line.
So let's talk this matchup here.
like them joking, because they now him sculling that shot out of the sand. and
Everybody's
just
gonna
killing
laugh at
somebody,
that, sure.
That's pretty funny. But could you imagine if he doesn't hit the stick there though?
It's killing somebody
It's definitely beaming somebody in,
Yeah.
in the face. Like,
for sure. So last week, 2 weeks ago when New York played, Xander played. So it looks like Xander's out and Cam Young is in this week.
why wouldn't Xander play?
He's probably playing somewhere else, or just has a scheduling conflict. That's why they have the 4.
Yeah, so you
right?
could swap it in and out.
So the matchup this week for New York, we're gonna
Makes sense. You should have a bench.
they needed it. It's
Like, okay, what happens if you get injured during play?
in golf,
in one of the sim matchups.
in sim golf.
In sim golf, you have 3 guys. You have 4 guys on a team, but only 3 are there. One gets hurt during the match. Can't swing a club.
So,
Throws his back out.
So, I mean, I would give you like you're going to get minus 50 million on that. The odds on that, because nobody's getting hurt in fucking simulator golf. But let's just play it out for shits and giggles. Your alternate shot, right? So I guess you just go to the two-man alternate shot for your team.
That's an advantage, or it could be a disadvantage.
Could be a disadvantage. I mean, it's still alternate shot.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to forfeit the singles matches.
Yeah, which
You're just going to give up.
I wonder what
3
would happen
points,
in that
2
rule. I'm
points.
just thinking if Tiger throws his back out and he can't.
I'll send them an email, see what they say.
Yeah.
So this week's matchup is for the New York Golf Club. We've got Matt.
Oh, he pulled the hop.
I went over the hole.
Yeah.
Was it a putt? Or you
He
chipped it?
chipped and it just hopped right out of the hole.
Should have putted.
Oh no, he did putt it.
He did putt it.
He putted
Okay.
too
Just
hard.
hit it too hard. So New York Golf Club, Matt Fitzpatrick, Ricky Fowler, and Cam Young now taking Xander Schauffele's spot.
Okay.
And then on the other
So
side,
you just lost your best player. You got crushed the first match, and your best player sitting out.
arguably the best player on the team. But I don't think by
There
a
you
long.
go, corpse.
And then on the other side, in the JT team, you've got Patrick Cantlay, Billy Horschel, and Justin Thomas. So
Which we have no idea if we haven't seen them yet.
haven't seen them yet. And if New York does what they did, and Justin Thomas, I think I told you, I took him to top 10, and I think he finished in 3rd.
Yeah. So I got knocked out of my Survivor pool. I took Sung J M, who was the betting favorite of the tournament.
He had a meltdown, didn't he?
The first round, he was like +7.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa.
I saw that.
And then the second round, he went like -8.
I should have told you Sepp Straka, man. Sepp Straka's been playing well.
Yeah. Did he win? He did win.
Yeah, he won by like 2.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close. He had like a 4-stroke lead.
And
going
he's
into the
usually
final.
good early.
Early in the season.
He did cross my mind, but I'm like,
And
nah,
he's played well in the first 2. Like he was up top 10 in the first two things.
So the Survivor works if your player makes the cut, and Sung J M did not make the
yeah,
cut.
that hurts.
This is go. Oh, look at this shot.
Go in the hole.
Look at this shot. Oh my gosh. Great shot.
Well done. 138. Yeah, it's a wedge for these guys. So yeah, I'm hopeful that it's going to be a competitive match.
It has to be. I'm going to lose it because I was so hyped for it. I just can't get over the shitty graphics
Yep.
and the bad play.
Yep.
Just really bad play, which Simulator Golf should be really good play.
And I'll tell you this. Way too much Serena Williams last week. Way too much. First of all,
Do not let her get on the mic. This might go in the hole.
it's curling back. A little long.
Come back. Spin.
Great shot.
Great shot, though.
First of all, it started out with every other camera shot was her.
Yep.
And then they put her in the booth.
I didn't even know who she was. She looks so different.
You texted me.
Yeah, I was like, who is this?
Ashley actually said the same thing. She happened to walk by and she was like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "Serena Williams." She's like, "No way."
Yeah.
But then they put her up there with Matt Barry, and it was
Disaster.
Brutally obvious she knows nothing about golf.
Yep. So these guys finished at 7 under? Yeah.
That's what my math says.
All one bogey, 8 birdies.
You know, they better hope nobody else finishes 7 because that bogey's going to hurt them.
Sick.
So you know,
Let's see who else we
you
got.
don't know what these guys are going to do, but Cantley's a player and he's a putter, right? That's what Justin Rose was ice cold killer when he putted.
Yeah, he did miss the putts.
Did not miss.
And I used to be a huge Rose fan.
Love Justin Rose.
He just got a little too old for the game, I think.
Sure.
He aged out.
Yeah, but he's still a solid dude. He's got the Justin Rose League for girls league.
These guys are +4. This can't be them.
Well, so that's the funny thing. Like I said, with the dropping of the low score, they had a shit round and then a good round.
They're +4.
Yeah, well, I mean,
These guys are +5, but they're hysterical watch, man. I wish these guys would mic up.
who is this?
This is Derek Zock and Mark Provis. So a couple years ago, I had to face them in a match, and I couldn't focus. They were so into it and so just animated.
Where?
They're in Wall.
Do we have
They
any idea
are
what
putt
they're-
up or shut up.
Putt up.
Like, look where he just hit this shot. They're both short. They got to pick that. If they had mics, I'd be all over them. But
putt up. or
Contos
shut
is
up.
-2 through 12.
Oh, they're way down there. But the thing about Acropolis, first of all, that was 2 different names. That was just up there. That was Bob and Jack. This is
look
Dan.
at Brick. Yeah, look at Brick Bay.
Dan
Look at Brick 8
Acropolis. That's what it is. They're Bay 2 at 8 with Jason Larson.
Yes, that's the one.
So we got the other Acropolises
Yeah.
who are way down. They're in 34th place.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. That explains that.
Makes sense. Must
But
be his
even
father's son.
even Dan and Jason, they were in first place week 1, and then they were 11th in week 2. So dropping the second week, and then the same thing with Corbs.
You know, when the courses are easier, they don't score well. They don't place well.
Okay.
Everyone blew it up, but when the courses are hard, like
They'll rise to the top.
They'll
Yeah.
rise to the top.
Gotcha.
100%.
But you see that with a lot of these teams. Like there wasn't a lot of consistency, is what I'll say.
Between week 1 and week 2.
Yeah. So just going down the list, Team 1 was first place, then 11th place. Team 2 was 10th place, then first place. Team 3 was second place, and then 17th place. But again, you're dropping the 17th, so you're only getting credit for second place score.
Which week 1 was really hard, right? And then week 2 we opened it way up. So-
Right, and you got a team there doing second place on the hard course, and then 18th place on the easy course. Next team down was Full Fridge. They were 18th place week 1, and then went to week 2. So it's nobody's
down.
nobody's finished.
Not enough data to pull if you're really good or
no.
not.
I mean, the most consistent guys were Belmartians, who finished 6th and 5th.
Get down.
So, about the same place on the leaderboard 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Do we have who we
The
watching?
Belmartians. This is Contos. They are
This is
-2
Contos.
through 12.
Okay. We haven't watched Contos yet this season. Well, we haven't watched any of these people because we've been coming in at 8.
So he's playing. This is 176, par 3. Probably hitting a 9-iron here, if I had to guess.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They're really playing a different game. And then, there's the urge. I have to fight the urge to want to do that. And then I have to tell myself, who cares what number's on the club? Hit it to the distance.
That's it.
Right? I want to hit it 176. Who cares what club it is as long as it goes 176? But there is that, male ego thing of,
Well, I want to hit that.
I want to hit my wedge 176.
So he's on the number there.
great
176 exact. 177. Just a little right.
Just didn't come back for him. What's Contos doing so far on the leaderboard?
So his
I think they
team
were middle of
name-
the pack, right?
Yeah. What was their team name? They were.
I got them. Big,
Big
dogs
Dogs.
got to eat. So they're sitting.
A lot of people change their team names
I
too.
know, it's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
They're in 7th, so they're in good shape. They finished 4th and 9th.
I was overhearing some teams wanting to finish in the high end of the low bracket, but
Sure.
they would have to why would you want to sandbag in an 8-week sim league? Why would you want to sandbag? There's no money involved,
Right. But you want to get more golf. I get it. You know what I mean? If you're in the top of the lower league, you're going to win your first round.
But you would have
match.
to bomb a week. You would have to bomb 2 weeks because you got to drop a week.
Listen,
So you got to play shit golf for 2 weeks.
you can really outsmart yourself here. Go play golf
yeah.
and finish where you finish. And let's not get it twisted. I don't have my bracket from last season in front of us. It wasn't the 1 seed.
Nope.
So
I think it was the 7 seed.
we had a Cinderella story of the 11th seed making it to the final of the PGA bracket. So
Yep. We were upset in the first playoff week too.
So it absolutely happens. It doesn't matter. Don't try to get cute. Just play your best golf.
So have fun.
And anybody that's talking about it
171.
could never do the math required to figure out what you've got to do to get where you want to be.
Yep.
The commish has put up the algorithm that is impossible to crack. With the dropped scores, because you could bomb on the last week, that could be your lowest score, and it wouldn't even affect your fucking standings.
Yeah.
Because we're just going to drop it
Points-
anyway.
The points are worth double that week, so you could get lapped. Usually by the week 8, it's kind of all set though.
Too much to figure out, man.
Yeah.
Once you get to week 5 and 6, you're going to land one spot up or down.
Yeah.
We did the same thing. We were trying to avoid full fridge. Oh man, if we could finish in 5th instead of 6th, and it's you're going to land where you're going to land, then you're going to have to play them eventually anyway.
Yeah.
So
you might as well just have fun and maximize the amount of golf you
And I-
play.
and I had a
it's
guy-
wet.
bro.
Wet. Oh.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I had somebody tell me this last year. No, so I should say 2 summers ago. I was in my club's B flight for the club championship. So there's the championship flight. I mean, those are your sticks. Those
Yeah.
are your single digit handicaps. Then your A flight is like everybody else. And then I was in the B flight because I scored very poorly in the qualifying tournament to get in. I shouldn't say to get in. Everybody gets in. The qualifying tournament is for seeding. So I just had a bad day and qualified for the B flight.
Yep.
And I got into the final of the B flight, and I was talking to a previous winner of the B flight, and I was like, man, I just want to get my name on the plaque. He's like, do you really? And I was like, what? He's like, you want your name on the B flight plaque?
Yeah.
It's just the best of the worst.
Yep.
So fine, you qualify in the top of the Corn Ferry flight, and then you win. So you won the Corn Ferry.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How mighty do you want to tell your coworkers that in the morning?
Exactly. So,
Nice flop there.
luckily for me,
Birdie.
this year I qualified for the A flight, and there's a little more honor in that because that's your 10 to 15 handicap guys. So it's it's more of do you really want to go down and beat up on some 25 handicappers?
Yeah, how much fun are you really having?
Yeah, exactly. It's good to get the experience.
I'd rather lose to great golfers though. Oh, chipped it in for an eagle! Yes!
Oh!
Give me an eagle sound. We got eagle on there. Great shot. Great shot, Mr. Contos. Holing out for eagle there. That was sick. All right, made the 6 p.m. worth it. So good job.
Boy, what a shot!
That was awesome. -4. You got a shot here to take the lead. A little bit of golf left.
3 holes left.
Yep. Sick shot there.
Well done. Glad we caught it. Contos ain't playing for the Corn Ferry tournament. I'll tell you that right now. Is
Nope.
he hasn't won one yet, has he?
No. I think he did. He did. He won one of the when we first started the league here. I think he won the first one here.
Okay. Was he ADP? No, that was De Palma. That wasn't Contos.
No, Contos won that one, and then I think ADP outed them the next season.
Gotcha. You texted him?
Yeah.
Are they here?
They're here. They're
Nice.
in Bay 8, I believe. Yeah.
Yep. Not like we have it on the screen or anything. Dummy.
I love when people text me, "Hey, can I call you?" No, I'm in the booth right now.
Yeah, I'm firmly hoping for a much more competitive match this week in TGL. Listen, I'm watching it no matter what. They're not going to really lose me. I'm in for the season, and it's going to get good now. Let me rephrase that. There's some good matchups coming up. I think we've got Rory Tiger next week.
Oh, Rory and Tiger play each other in TGL?
Rory, yeah. So Tiger's on the Jupiter Club,
Yeah.
and Rory's on the Boston Club.
So that'll be a fun match. But I thought Tiger was going to rip Sim. Like he was actually going to destroy it because you don't have to walk. You don't need your legs that much for all the walking that you're going to do in a course.
Yeah.
Like he should be looking at this like, oh, I can finally have a chance to.
So-
wow, this is way right.
Here's
How do you follow that up with that?
you give it right back is what you do. I guess my hypothesis on this situation is Tiger's a feel player. He's not. He doesn't strike me as a
He's not a data guy.
rangefinder.
No, he's definitely a field player. 100%.
He's a field player. There's no feel in sim golf. And I struggled with that when I first got into the sim because I need to see how far the target is and just
Gauge the air, the wind.
how hard I'm hitting this.
The elevation.
Being in the sim has made me start to feel like it's science,
Computerized, yeah.
right? Like I hit it this hard, it goes this far. I hit it this hard, it goes this far. And that helps on the course.
Now you shoot it and you get your yardage outside. You're like, all right, it's 177.
Robot.
All right, I know what that is. I know
Robot.
what that feel is. Yeah.
And especially, I shoot chip shots inside of 50. I'll take my gun out sometimes. People
Yeah.
are like, look at this freaking guy. But I need to know if it's 40, 50, or 60. Because I do know, I feel like I know, or at least I think I know, what a 40, 50, and 60. Now, if I execute, whole nother story, if it's in the rough and all that bullshit. But
Yeah.
something about knowing the number makes me calibrate my shot.
Yes.
So I wonder if Tiger is
Has
not
adopted that yet?
acclimated to sim style numbers.
I would hope so. Being 25% owner of full swing, like you got to have some involvement to what the feel of the numbers.
The guy's
should be.
also got a golf course in his backyard.
Yeah.
And I don't mean he lives on a golf course. I mean his backyard is so big, he built a golf course. So
Yeah, he's never playing on sim.
unless it's raining, which he lives in Jupiter, Florida, it rains, for 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's not.
The
Playing.
guys can go out and play real golf anytime he wants. It's a little bit different than us,
Can
Look at
he
this
save a
recovery shot.
here?
Oh, no turn. Oh, it's turning. Not enough.
Yeah, the distance.
Yeah. So I wonder if that's a little part of it. Like, just because he endorses it. Like, he's also actually said this to me. I was watching a video because he was out there with the foreplay guys. I don't know if you saw that. They played a hole with Riggsy and Frankie Borelli and
In his backyard.
no, they were at a course.
Oh,
but he had his Monster bag. You know, his
Yes.
staff bag is
Yep.
Monster, and they were like, Ashley was like, he drinks Monster. I'm like, I don't think so.
No, he's never drank a Monster.
But they gave him $10 million to put that on the bag, so he's Monster.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's supporting Full Swing, and he's getting 20% of their sales. But
Well, it's like Forrest Gump when he wanted to use the ping pong paddle. What they don't know doesn't hurt him.
Bobby Boucher, not Forrest Gump. That
No,
was
when
the
he
water
wanted
boy.
to use the pat on him, he's like, "Well, Mama said a little white lie or something."
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes. Because well, Mama don't know won't hurt her. That's water boy.
Yeah. Well, Mama don't know it won't hurt, but
Yeah.
when he wanted to use his own paddle, and his mom was like, "No, take the money, dummy. Like,
Right.
just
Right.
say you use their paddle."
Yes.
but he didn't use it.
So absolutely, I think he's
Did he do it again?
Again?
Did he do it again? Oh my!
guy is on fire.
That would have been
Another one.
dope.
So next week we've got Tiger and Rory. They haven't put up their lineups yet, but
Yep.
it could be
You got to use Tiger and Rory.
the four people that are available are Max Homa, Tom Kim, Kevin Kisner, and Tiger Woods. I'm assuming if Tom Kim's available, he's in for Kiz. Because Kiz was
Kisner should never play golf again.
garbage.
Forget sim golf.
You could argue he should take Tiger's spot, but that's never happened.
no.
And on the other side of the ball, and this is, I think, the team to beat. You've got Keegan Bradley, Hideki Matsuyama, Rory McIlroy, and Adam Scott.
Yeah.
It's a tough squad. I think the LA squad's going to be difficult. That one that just ran it up on
Yeah.
Tiger, but I think Hideki's going to be great. I think Adam Scott is just smooth as silk.
Yeah.
You take out conditions, and that guy can just swing.
Yeah.
I think he's a problem. And Keegan Bradley is their killer putter. And then
I really want Keegan Bradley to do well. I since he got shafted on the Ryder Cup team, now he's the captain. He's playing well.
sure,
The guy, I look at him and I'm like, man, I just want great things for
one
him.
of us,
Yeah.
one of us.
I just want great things for
a
you.
big. He's a Northeast guy, New England
He's a
guy,
dude.
big fan of the game, emotional guy, cares.
Dude
Yeah.
being a bro.
I do like Keegan Bradley. I actually saw something they were talking the other day about if Keegan qualifies as an automatic qualifier for the Ryder Cup.
He won't play in it.
Does he play as a player captain? Does he relinquish the captaincy to play?
To who though? I don't think he gives up the captain spot. That's
I
a
don't-
one in a lifetime thing.
I agree, but
but you don't know. You
if
may not play again.
I'm a football coach.
Because he didn't get to play 2 years ago.
Right.
Oh man!
So-
don't put me in that position.
Exactly. Like I'm a football coach and I love coaching football.
But if you have a
somebody
chance to
came and
suit
handed
up-
me a helmet,
Yeah, you're going
later, kids.
Yeah,
Like, so, you know, it's
You know
an
what?
interesting conversation.
if I was Keegan Bradley, here's what I would do:
okay.
really give it back to the fucking shaft. Is the good guy playing it? Give it back to Zach Johnson.
No.
You don't want to pick me here, man. I'm going to do the right thing. Let's do what we should have did 2 years ago, and let's stomp these guys.
That would be amazing.
And then Zach would jump all over it to get on the better graces of the. Everybody hates him right now.
But I think you have to be selected as captain. And I don't think,
He can't give it up to. He can't pick.
I don't know if he's got say in that. I don't know. It could be. And that would be amazing. But also, who the hell wants to play for that guy? He was terrible.
Yeah.
He was a bad captain. And I like him, but he was a bad captain.
Oh, he's terrible. He was all nice
Another
shot.
bird.
Michael Lamonic, some low numbers again this week. I don't know if they're that low as last week was crazy. Let me, I want to look it up.
Last week's?
Yeah.
I got it.
No, I mean this week's leaderboard. If anyone's up
Oh,
there.
you know what? It doesn't show the scores. It shows their place. Oh, it does show their score. Sorry. Last week, that doesn't make sense. Oh, yes, it
Pulling up
does.
The leaderboard.
Yes,
real
it
quick.
does. The winner last week was
Oh, these guys did it again.
63. 63 was the winner last week.
Leaderboard round 3. -7 with the Corbers. They're very good
and
though.
but it's early on, right? You got some of those horses coming in at
Look
the
at
8
this.
o'clock. You got to remember,
Saldo.
this is the 6 o'clock squad.
What bay was Saldo in? Because he's at -6 through 12.
Man, he must have heard me say, "Don't bother going to him,"
Yep.
because
-4 by Contos, -2 for Ed Mango and Liam, -1.
Saldo is in base 6 brick. right here.
We're gonna watch this par 3, and then we're gonna switch over to Saldo because they were making a run at leaderboard.
Oh, this
right
is
now.
18. Good. Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Finishing with a par 3. That's interesting. You don't see a lot of courses do that.
You know what I can't stand? The start and end par 5s. Start a course par 5, end a course par 5. Because what happens is, I did a scramble once, and this was bad. Now it'd be an advantage now, right? Because you're supposed to eat on the par 5.
Correct. That's a scoring hole.
A couple of years ago, I started on hole 2 in a scramble shotgun, and ended up par 5, and I was like, oh, I hate it. It was so miserable.
Yes. Yes. Just takes forever.
Yep.
I don't like starting on the 5. I like finishing on the 5.
Okay. Yeah, because you're warmed up and ready to go by then.
And for competition play, there's a chance,
Yep.
right?
To score.
I can, if you're down a stroke, well, don't you want a par 5 to finish with, right?
Yeah. You don't want a par 3.
So I would prefer that, but you definitely don't want to finish on a par 3. But you'll see in a
Is it
lot.
like this?
That's left. Barely.
All right,
look
par.
at that number. It's 138 to 138.
What bay was he in?
6 brick. Yeah, I don't mind finishing on a 5, and I like seeing a 5 on the tour when it's 18 because carnage can also happen.
Yep.
Especially if you got like a risk reward 5. That makes it fun.
Yep. So these guys gave one back. They're on the 15th now. They're -5. The leader's at -7, which is Corbs.
And we got a par 5 here. Again, look how close that out of bounds is on the left.
Yep. So if
You
you're
got
joining
water
us
the
now,
whole way up the right.
we are going to end the stream right after this session. We've been giving some love to the 8 o'clock squad. We wanted to. Oh no,
Yep, that's the
stream jitters.
that's the OB.
That is OB. That's out in the power poles, man.
You get a free rehit if you hit a power line. Did you know that?
No, really?
Absolutely, 100%. And if the power line's OB, probably not.
No, I was going to say, yeah.
But yes, I hit a power. I hit the pole,
Pebble
not
Beach,
the power
Pebble
line.
Green, or was it a Pebble Creek?
No, at
Ever play Pebble
Rumson
Creek?
Country Club
Rumson?
in real life, outdoors.
Yeah, so say in Pebble Creek outdoor. You ever
Oh,
play
Pebble Creek, yes.
Yeah.
The power lines go right through the course.
Yep.
Yes. But I did it at Rumson, and it was the road in between two holes had a power line, so it was in play. And the guy's like, "You get a free rehit." I'm like, "What?"
Wow.
And yeah, he's like, "Yeah, it's in the rules of golf."
See, he didn't hit a driver here. This guy just hit like a 3-wood, 290 something.
No way.
Yeah, that wasn't a driver.
That wasn't Saldo, right?
No. That was definitely not a driver. He just hit that
Saldo.
298.
Saldo's partner is not on this list. Cool.
So par 5 here.
Oh, his name's on the team right in front of me. Shane Leonard.
That would have been sick if they got to play from there, but they have to hit a 250-yard shot from the rough. So,
I saw Saldo the other day.
you know what I want to do? After these guys finish up, I want to try going live on TikTok Studio.
Yeah, let's
see
do it.
what-
I'm not in any rush. I mean, I know I wanted. I said I wanted. I mean,
I do want to get home. I just want to see for like 5 minutes if we get bumped.
I'm in, dude. I'm not in any rush.
Because then we'll know for sure. Because then if next week we'll just go straight TikTok. I think I could get around it by going live on this software and just and watching the TikTok feed. Like, you know what I mean? Like trick it. Like watch the TikTok feed from
Yeah.
and but screen record only that. You know what I mean?
What about no? Can't do it. I was going to say if we did the Zoom link.
These courses above sea level, I got to bring my calculator. Yeah, I don't know the sea level on this golf park Otefigen course. What is this?
Denmark or
Denmark?
Sweden or something like that. Finland.
Yeah, where are we at next week?
Next week you're at Liberty National.
There you go. No, PGA West Stadium.
Oh, what am I looking at? Oh, he didn't change.
Oh, he didn't change the course
change
names?
the courses on the top. That's
Yeah.
it. This is still from last year.
Yeah, so PGA West will be normal.
So that's where they played this week.
Oh, really?
Yep.
This week coming up.
No, the Amex that they just played at.
Oh, was that PGA West?
Well, they play it at like 4 different courses. You play the first 3 days at 3 different courses, and then they finish at PGA West.
Gotcha.
Like La Quinta, I don't remember what they all are called, but because they had a Saturday cut, not a Friday cut, because you have to play the 3 courses,
Yeah.
and then after they play the 3 courses, then they have the cut for Sunday.
Okay.
But PGA West has got that bunker, that 28-foot deep bunker that the guy. Did you see this weekend? He shot a
Yeah,
13.
13 on, which is that is very hard to do. No matter if you're one of us or one of them, that is very hard to do.
Go watch him.
I did watch. Oh, him?
Yeah,
Like just that hole, or
we could do that.
I don't know.
I could
man.
do that in a heartbeat.
He played it safe out of the bunker
On
like
his
8th shot
yes.
to the fairway again, and then he went back over.
But by then you're fried.
yeah,
because you're in it.
he was -7 going into
So
that hole.
think about this, right? Me and you were playing that hole.
Tiger Woods shot.
Wow. So me and you were playing that hole, right?
Yep.
You're up on the green. I'm down in the bunker. I hit my bunker shot over into the rough the other side, right? So you're staring at your ball. You're still up there on the green. I walk. You got to get a ladder out of that fucking bunker.
Yep.
Walk over to the other side, set up. You hit a little chip shot on there. It looks like it's going to stop, and it just keeps rolling, 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 and drops into the other side. So now you got to hump your ass all the way across the other side, go down that hill, right down the ladder or whatever it is, down into there, right?
Yeah.
I'm still standing up on the green, right? So now we're 5 minutes into this, and then you hit your chip shot, your bunker shot, and it doesn't clear and rolls back down to your feet. So you walk over to your ball again, and then you set up, and you hit another one that just barely makes it to the top of the hill and rolls back down to your feet again. I'm still up on the green, right? So there's no doubt in your mind that you're looking up at me like, I'm sorry, right?
Yeah, you're embarrassed.
Right?
You have to be.
So now you're like, fuck it. I got to just bail out hard right back into the fairway here. And you do that. I'm still up on the green, right? Like, when you get to this shot,
Where's your mental?
how have you not snapped everything? Everything. So,
Dude, it's so good.
and then change that whole scenario and make it, you're in a PGA tournament and there's a group in the fairway behind you and another group up on the tee box behind them, and you are literally holding up the entire tournament at this point. Like, he had to be there for a half an hour.
Just getting in and out of bunkers.
He shot a 13 without a penalty stroke. You know what I mean? It
It's
wasn't
so
like he put 4 in the water, and
It's so good.
he took 13 strokes, literally, on one hole.
and
there was
probably
no
had a
penalties.
stroke.
So I get it, because then this week, my feed is flooded with like they put amateurs in that bunker. So they did it with, remember Brandy Chastain, the soccer player? Mm-mm. She's the one that took her shirt off in the World Cup, like in like 1994 or something like that. Whatever. I guess they must have had a pro-am during the week.
Yeah.
So they had a whole bunch of celebrities and athletes from other sports, and they throw them in that bunker. Mm-hmm. Nobody got up.
Yeah.
The one guy that did was a complete accident. Like he hit it right into the face of the hill, and it just happened to pop up and on.
But could you explain the chip into the fairway and then still go over the pin?
Because
You're fried.
you're done. Yeah. Dude. You're done. And then can you imagine being the guy that's got a putt after all that? Like, you've been sitting there just staring at this putt for 20 minutes.
It's
Like, just get this hole over.
what is the highest score anyone's ever gotten on a hole?
I
know
think in a PGA tournament?
Yeah.
Let's look.
Yeah.
LaMonica said something over there.
That was rough to watch. He kept going for the hero shot too until like shot 10.
Yeah. Yeah, finally bailed, right?
Look, why? So my buddy sent me the Instagram post of just like the simulation of each shot, like where it all was
Yep.
tracking, and I had no idea. And he's like, "Oh, is this relatable?" So I'm like, "Yeah, it's relatable. I've never got a 13, but like I've just picked up and said, give me
Sure.
double par." I never actually finished the hole. I probably would have gotten a 13. It's still
Okay.
very hard to do.
The highest 18th hole score in PGA history. Oh, no, it's an 18-hole score. Sorry.
John Daly had like an 18 at Bay Hill.
Yes,
par
he just
five.
kept hitting it into the water.
kept driving.
That's the one. That's the one that. Oh no, not 18. The what is it? 11, I think. Mm-hmm. The one that Bryson drove the green.
Okay. Oh yes.
That's that same course. But
Yeah.
if he's saying 18, 18 is your approach shot. You hit it into the fairway, and then your approach shot's all water.
He's saying 18 at Bay Hill.
Gotcha. That's Bay Hill. That's Arnold Palmer.
So I watched the simulated portion first, and then I watched the real live video of it, and it took like 6 minutes long.
Which was this?
The 13.
This one? Yeah.
Like that wasn't including every time you had to walk and everything.
No,
It
that
like
was just
6
the
minutes
actual
of
shots.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Let's see. That's tied for 8th. Let's get to number 1. Let's just jump right to the top.
So wait, what was the most? Or
I'm
was-
getting there.
you're
I had
getting
that was the most, the highest 18-hole score.
there? Oh,
So it looks like number 1 is Tommy Armour, which
Yep.
I'm sure you've seen on clubs, right?
Yep.
Those Tommy Armour branded clubs.
that's good.
Shot a 17. He knocked 10 balls out of bounds on the par 5.
oh my gosh.
15 or more over par is called a Archaeopteryx,
There's a term for it?
apparently. 15 or more over par. 15 or more. So,
Wow.
yeah. You had Hans Morel shot a 16. Let's see if we can get to somebody we know. Dale Douglas, never heard of him. Never heard of him. John Daly.
There he is.
John Daly. This was the 6th hole. I think that might be what LaMonica's talking about.
Yep.
He shot an 18.
Had
on
like an
6.
18 at Bay Hill par 5. Okay,
Yeah,
I read
so
that
it's
wrong.
the 6th hole, right? That's the one that that Bryson drove. And
Yep.
I'm sure he was just going at it.
So what did he score?
An 18.
So you said the first was a 15 though. That was right? Did I read that hear that correctly?
Sorry, a 23.
A 23?
Yes, 23.
Holy shit.
The term is for, they don't have a term for more than 15. So 15 or more is a Archaeopteryx, but he shot a 23.
They're
10
done,
balls
buddy.
out of bounds.
Buddy guy, they're done. They wrapped up at minus I think 4. So they completed 18 already.
So John Daly drove into the water on that and then took 5 more attempts to clear the water from his drop. So like he still tried to take the water on, still tried to take
Drive
the water
off the
on.
deck? I'm assuming you can't-
No, because with the drop, you probably could hit a 3-wood
Okay.
out because it's a
I was gonna say you can't tee it up.
it's a
in the drop.
crescent shaped hole, all water.
Yes.
So the fairway
And
goes
Bryson
around
reached
this way.
it the one time.
Bryson reached it. So he probably tried to drive it, got his drop, aimed a little right of it, and then eventually slowly move you have to just keep moving your aim righter and righter until like you're just hitting over land at that point.
Yeah.
But he put 5. But again, the high scores are with penalty shots.
Yeah.
This guy didn't have a penalty.
Yeah. So what is the highest natural scoring? How do you look that up?
Well, we'll see if any of these guys took any penalties. Let's see.
Yeah, you just keep going up the list. So right now, the only one that we know about is 13. And it just happened.
So this guy shot a 19, and it's seeming like maybe not any penalties. So he was a golf instructor playing in the Bing Crosby National Pro-Am. All right, so I mean it was a Pro-Am. Hans didn't manage to carry the 200. No, he took a penalty. Right, he didn't reach land. Okay. Dale Douglas. Shot landed on the beach. Oh, so this one might be one. This was at Pebble Beach. And this one, he got to number 10, sliced it onto the beach, and continued to hit it off the beach. When he finally got out of the sand, he was lying 14. And then it took him 5 shots to get into the hole from there. So it looks like he just kept hacking
It's a
at it
19?
on the beach.
A 19,
No penalties.
no penalty.
Just keeps hitting it on the sand. Sand,
Wow.
sand. Yeah. How about this one? Ray Ansley at the U.S. Open at Cherry Hills in 1938. Major golf. Ray Ansley knocked it in the water on the par 4 16th Open and then attempted to knock it out of the water repeatedly. Eventually, he learned that he could take a drop. So he wasted however many repeatedly means.
When was
until-
the drop introduced that you didn't no idea to think about it? It like that's something like like what you just told me, hit a utility line.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you get a free drop.
Yeah. Nobody
Like,
told him.
No one. I just found that out. And
Nobody told him that when you hit it in the water, you could take a drop. Well, it was 1938.
Yeah.
Messages moved slowly back then.
Yeah. I mean, even your caddy wasn't like, hey, you get a drop zone.
Well, that,
I'm
it's
sure
funny.
caddies have been around for hundreds of years.
Yes. maybe it was like that the guy that what's his face had at the Puerto Rico Open. He was like, this guy's only going to give me like 10 grand, so let him just keep hacking out of the water. Kucha.
Yep. I'm not going to tell him all the rules of the course.
But that reminds me of
It's a good shot.
last year. Oh, great shot! Last year, Shoffley was up against the tree root and like decided to try to hack it, and it didn't go anywhere. And then he did it again, and then the caddy finally was like,
Hey,
I think it's time to take an unplayable here.
Unplayable, yeah.
You know, and they were laughing about it because I think he probably got up there and was like, "Dude, take the unplayable." He was
Yeah.
like, "No, I can knock it out." And then after he did it twice, he kind of had to turn and look at him and go like, "Yeah, you were right. I got to take the unplayable."
I'm going to take the L on this one.
You know, I won a hole in match play taking an unplayable, and it was the greatest decision. I was right up against the tree,
A mature decision.
and there was
that paid
nothing
off.
I could do. And like the gut says, just hit it. And the guy was sitting in the fairway, and I'm like taking an unplayable. I moved it over, hit 3, put it back in the
took your
fairway,
medicine.
put it back on 4, made a bogey. The dude hit it in the bunker, got out, 2-putted, whatever it was, and I ended up winning. The bogey won with the
Wow.
unplayable, and I was like so proud of myself.
That's awesome.
Like that's the thing I told the people about when I got back to the clubhouse. Wasn't the great shots that I was in. I'm like, do you know
No,
I
it's a
took an
smart
unplayable
decision.
today? And they were like, hey man, that was good for you.
Wise and mature decision.
I felt really good about myself in that moment. Sometimes it's the things you don't do, not the things you do.
What
You
just
do.
happened here? I thought one person just knocked it close.
Yeah, he's over there. By
Oh, this is the part 3
138.
of 18.
Yep.
No, the close shot was the last hole.
Yes, to finish the hole.
Yeah.
18. Now it is getting cold in here.
Yeah. Well, as soon as this hole's over, I want to jump off and try TikTok
Sure.
Live real quick, and then we'll get out of here.
I can't feel me fingers.
I'll bring a space heater next time.
Oh God, why do they got to remind me when tuition's coming out? Like just an extra kick in the balls.
Yeah, it went up too. Ours went up.
Up.
Oh, you're talking about? Wait, which we're talking about? Saint
Yeah.
Dom's.
Well, I mean, we're at St. Rose, but
Yeah.
how did mid year it went up
No, for
for
next year.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
Oh, they're looking for people. They sent us an email.
Yeah, I don't know if we can change them again.
Where are you at now?
St. Rose.
Oh, that's right. All right. I thought you were going from Peters to somewhere down in Tom's River.
No, Brian did.
Okay.
Brian's at I think there. I just happened to notice that up there, St. Joe's.
Okay.
That's the elementary school for Monsignor Donovan.
God, I heard you mention Monsignor Donovan, so I
Yes.
thought it was Tom's River based.
Yeah, we looked there, and Brian ended up sending his kid there, but we went with St. Rose.
Okay. Right down the road from where I work.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
see
And
those
that's where
kids in-
I saw Saldo. I was going to pick Brooklyn up from school one day, and I passed Sundays, and he was out there. They have like a little
Which Sundays does he have?
by the circle.
Oh, on 35?
Yep,
Gotcha. I thought he had the one on 88.
he does. It's all the same.
I went in there one day. They had no idea who he was.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I don't know. It was very weird.
Well, I definitely saw him at the Seagirt one
Okay.
because I was coming around that circle.
Sprinkles.
And he was out there because you know how they have the store and then they have like a little garage next to it. I
Yeah.
guess they like keep supplies in there and run them back and forth.
Oh, give it to him.
Go. Great shot.
Good par, though. So they finished -5 or -6.
Second place, right?
Yep. All right. Good run. All right. We're going to try to restart the live here real quick just to see if we get better traction.
Catch you next week, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Way to hang in strong. You know that's just on her phone in the back.